The clergy team and staff are so glad that you chose to begin your Yom Kippur observance tonight with us, as we reflect on the deeper meaning of Kol Nidre and the power of this chilling prayer. In a moment, we will begin the ceremonial observance of Yom Kippur, but before we do, allow me a few words of guidance for you on this holiday. The video that you are watching now is in lieu of our traditional Erev Yom Kippur service. We hope that you find it meaningful and reflective, and that it allows you to ease into the holiday with deeper meaning and spirituality. If you would like to watch last year's full evening service, you may do so on our streaming site, www.templeroadofshalom.org/live. Tomorrow, beginning at 9 a.m., we will have services for all ages available, including a main and more traditional service for adults. Beginning at 2 p.m., there will be a wide array of programs and services available. Please see our streaming site for a complete list of engagement opportunities. We hope they will bring you a chance to pray and reflect on this most holy and special day. Tonight, we culminate the Yamim Noraim with this holy day of fasting, repentance, prayer, and reflection. Before we enter into Kol Nidre, it is traditional to light a yahrzeit candle in memory of loved ones we have lost in years past. If you are remembering someone tonight, I invite you to join me in this short ritual. Ner Adonai Nishmat Adam. The human soul is the lamp of God. We light this candle in remembrance of you, and we give thanks for knowing and loving you. We light this candle and welcome your presence on this holiest day of our year, even as we deeply feel your absence. We light this candle to honor your memory. May your memory be a source of comfort, blessing, and light to me. We now turn to Cantor Shaket to kindle the lights of Yom Tov.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Yom HaKippurim.
The Kol Nidre prayer is the most powerful ritual moment in the Jewish year. The meaning and the history of this prayer are mysterious. It's actually a legal nullification of all our promises and vows. Maybe the conversos, Jews who were forced to convert to Christianity in the 15th century, used it to secretly hold on to their Judaism. It could also have been used hundreds of years earlier to protect against the superstitious fear that we might pay a heavy price for breaking a minor promise, even one we made without realizing it. Thousands of years ago, The rabbis of our tradition tried to get rid of this prayer. The Reform movement tried too. There were times when having a cancellation of vows in our prayers for the holiest day of the year gave fuel to the anti-Semitic fear that Jews could not be trusted. But in the end, one thing about this prayer caused Jews all over the world to hold on to the Kol Nidre. Not superstition, not dishonesty, but the deeply powerful and stirring melody to which it has been chanted by cantors in synagogues for many centuries.
The powerful, even haunting melody of Kol Nidre evokes emotions in many of us. Yom Kippur would not be complete without it. And yet, the words of this traditional chant are perplexing. At this season of renewal, of change and moral repair, when we make commitments to improve ourselves, Kol Nidre actually nullifies those very promises. Just 10 days ago, on Rosh Hashanah, we vowed to be better people, but tonight we begin the holiest day of the year by disavowing our own words. How can we make sense of this tension? I wonder if our tradition understands that New Year's resolutions are actually very hard to keep. Promises are brittle, easy to break, and when that happens, we often feel badly about ourselves and we abandon our efforts entirely. Perhaps in nullifying our vows, Kol Nidre reminds us that the promises themselves should not be the emphasis of the day. Instead of making vows, we should do teshuvah. Teshuvah, among other meanings, is a response, an active answer to perhaps a question, or to another, or even to our own misdeeds. On Yom Kippur, the goal is to become aware that we are standing in the presence of infinite grandeur and to offer the best teshuvah we can. We stand with our families and with our community, and to improve those relationships is to be more responsive to them. In a somewhat circuitous way, Kol Nidre invites us to turn from the promises we make to the relationships we treasure. It diminishes the focus on words and calls us instead to deepen our responses to one another.
As we listen to the haunting melody of Kol Nidre, we leave the day-to-day world behind. We stand emotionally vulnerable. We acknowledge that we have fallen short of what we expect of ourselves. We ask God to free us not only from our imperfections, but from the barriers we have built for ourselves that prevent us from fully living. We recognize that often we fail to move beyond our self-imposed limitations. We know the opportunities we have not pursued because of our reluctance to push the boundaries of familiarity, of comfort, and of routine. As the notes of Kol Nidre linger in our ears, may we be released from the limitations we place on ourselves, from the failures of imagination that keep us from becoming who we long to be. May we declare them in the words of Kol Nidre, null and void. May we push our boundaries rather than defend them at any cost. And may we have the courage to risk being fully ourselves.
Kol hon yehon sheron. Shvikin, shvikin, betelin betelin umvutalin.
May this holiday be fulfilling and lead to many blessings in the new year.
May teshuvah and change fill this Yom Kippur.
May your fast be a time of reflection and meaning.
May this Day of Atonement find your heart in a place of generosity and love.
Next year, may we be together once again.